Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell Plan, and this week we are doing a how to plan series where I'm going to be each day showing you how to use one of our planners to plan a life you love. We're going to be starting out with our regular planners like our dated vertical and dashboard planners, but then each day we're going to dive into other planners that we offer, like our reading planner, our self-care planner, our family life planner, our gratitude planner, our faith planner, and even our budget planner that hasn't even released yet. Each day we're going to be diving into different options that we have to help you plan a life you love. So come back every day this week for a video. I can't wait to teach you how to plan. Let's go get started. Hey guys, it's Heather, and in this video, the next part of our how to plan series, we are going to be focusing on our 6-month self-care planner. This is an undated planner that is available on our website, and it's 6 months. One reason we did undated and only 6 months is because self-care is something that us as women tend to put on the back burner. It's usually the last thing we plan for. So while we think it should be a priority, we did 6 months in case there's months in the year that you just skip out and you can't keep up with it. And we also did undated. So if you have to skip a month or a week here and there, you're not wasting pages. So I'm going to flip to the second month in this planner, and we're going to talk about how to use this planner to really improve your self-care. So again, like I stated, it's undated. We also have a sticker book. Yes, the sticker book comes with stickers for you to date the pages and the tabs. So these are for the tabs, and then these are for the weekly pages or the monthly pages. So here you have a whole month. This is a little bit thicker than your typical planner because it has daily journaling, and it's 2 days to a page. And then you also have a weekly overview. So for a whole month, that's a lot of pages. So it's a lot thicker than your normal planner. You have a couple of options when it comes to this planner and how to use it the best way. One option is to keep it as a self-care planner where you use just this planner for self-care. If you keep it as a self-care planner bundled all together the way it comes, I would be sure to include this planner somewhere where you can fill it in really easily, and that feels kind of like a self-care environment to you. So like, I don't know that I would keep this at my desk unless you find that that's where you fill it out the best. I imagine this being like maybe in a little nook in your kitchen, or a little reading nook, or the side table in your bedroom, or if you have like a little sitting area in your bedroom, or maybe your front room, or somewhere in your house where you can just kind of get cozy. I think that would be a really cool place to keep this planner. And then you just sit down every day and fill it in your little cozy, comfy place, taking a minute for yourself. Although I do know that that's not realistic for a lot of us, especially I feel like in this season of life that I'm in with 2 littles, that's not very realistic. So another option, if you didn't want to keep it as a self-care planner, and maybe this option would make it where you access it a little bit easier. Another option would be to take a month or even a week and put it in your regular planner. That's the great thing about disc planning, is that you can put things all together so that you can easily access them. So let's say you just already know that you're not going to keep up if this is a separate planner. So you could take the whole month, take it off your discs, and then you can pop it onto the discs of your catch-all planner, which is what we talked about, our catch-all planner in the last video on how to plan. So that's kind of like the planner that holds all the important things. With a disc planner, this is like the #1 reason that I love disc planning, you could pop it on, and here you have your regular planner, everything you need, but you have your self-care planner in here as well. And then you have a couple of options if you were to do it this way. You could label this as like January or February or whatever month it is, or you could just label this as self-care and then replenish the insides every time. Instead of replenishing the divider, you could just leave a divider in your planner. Totally up to you. I personally love this idea of putting it into your catch-all planner because I find that is usually makes it more accessible for me. Or you could turn it into a Franken planner, which is actually how my current planner is set up. So this is my current planner that I'm using. And I actually have a month from my catch-all planner. And then I have a budget section. And then I have a month from my work planner. And then I have different sections back here for kids, daily, trackers, extras, other, notes, home. And you could put a divider back here for self-care as well and keep it if you are doing like a big Franken planner like this one. But for now, I'm just going to show it added into your catch-all planner. Okay, so then you would date this to be the month that you're wanting to plan. And then you would have your weekly sheets. For this, I'm actually going to go back to the self-care planner just because I've already filled in some of the pages. This particular self-care planner that I have pulled out is not my actual self-care planner. It's kind of the one that I use to show you guys and to make content, because some of the questions in the self-care you may not actually want to show to people. So I'm going to show you just some different ways to set it up. So you have this blank page at the beginning of every month, which is great for you to set up however you want. Maybe you want to do pictures, maybe memory planning is a form of self-care for you, maybe tracking different, like your fitness, your workouts, things like that. Maybe that's something you want to do on this page. I set it up as a monthly reflection. I want to track my moods. So I color-coded this sticker, which came in the self-care sticker book. And then I set up a self-care bucket list, which also came in the self-care sticker book. There's a page in here. Let me see if I can find it. For self-care bucket list. So you can make a little bucket list of things that feel like self-care to you. So that's what I did on the first page here, but you could set it up however you wanted. And then I dated this for August. As you can see, I didn't actually use this one because this wasn't my actual self-care. This was one that I just set up for content to show you guys. But I think this is fun, a fun place to write daily affirmations. And then you have your daily self-care journaling. So over here, you fill in different tasks that you want to habit track. It takes several weeks for a habit to become practice in your life. So you could track your habits, things that you want to do. Here you could track gratitude for each day. And then you have your daily journaling. And as I've been doing this, I've learned that some of these boxes I don't do every day. Some days it's really hard for me to do a midday check-in. So that's usually the box that I sometimes cover up because I just know I'm not going to get to it. But I do like to do the end of day check-in right before bed, which is one of the reasons that I have found that keeping this like on the side table in your bedroom can be beneficial, because right before you go to bed, you could just grab it and fill in how today was overall, the most rewarding part, and your end of day check-in. So this is nice daily to fill in right before bed, which is why it could be a good idea to keep it on your side table. So let's fill one of these in together so that I can show you how to do it. All right, so let's say we're going to fill this in for this week. So we're going to say September 30th through October 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Through October 6th. And then we have different tasks that we could track this week. So let's track take a walk, unplug after dinner, read for 30 minutes, drink only water, as in no soda. Let's not give up the coffee. Let's not be crazy. What are some other... I'm going to put make your bed. I love making my bed. I love the feeling of it, but my husband hates it. But we're going to do make your bed just because it makes me feel good. You don't have to track a habit on every single line every single week. Just do a few. And then each day you could check off if you did that habit or not. And then each day you can come in here and you can write what you're grateful for. And then you can date this if you want. Just so that you know the dates. You don't have to, but it's an easy way to date if you wanted to. And then next week, what are you going to focus on? This page doesn't even really need a lot of decorations, but you could add some stickers if you wanted to. So then here for the gratitude, I would come in and like let's say the first is my niece Laura Claire's birthday. So I already know that I'm likely going to write that this day I am thankful for Laura Claire. So you could write it really big and then journal underneath about why you're thankful for it. You could just make a list of the things you're thankful for. You would just write one thing. It's totally up to you. There's no right or wrong way to track your gratitude here. All right, so then here, so this would be September 30th, October 1st, October 2nd, October 3rd, October 4th, October 5th, and October 6th. And you know, one of the great things about this planner too is if you just kind of got rid of the monthly, if you didn't use the monthly, you could tape these pages together if you didn't want to use them. Then you could really and truly just use this whenever it works for you. Like this is August and now I'm over in October, and it's okay if you just skipped several days. It's not the end of the world. All right, so let's go here and I'm just going to show you guys how I would set this up. So the first thing is I would cover up this box. Just because, and I wouldn't necessarily do it every day, but I work on Mondays. So I already know that doing a midday check-in is really hard for me on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, because those are the days that I work and I just don't really have time to pause in the middle of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and cover those up. And then I can take these and put them here. And then just use these boxes to track something different on these 2 days. Because I know that I just am being realistic in the fact that I'm not going to use those the way that they're meant to be used. At least not on those 2 days. Then I'm going to grab my tweezers. And let's take these flowers and put this one here. And then the first is Laura Claire's, like I mentioned, my niece's birthday. So I'm gonna put this piece of cake to notate her birthday. And then I'm gonna put this heart. And then I'm gonna put this heart. And then I would just journal. So I would start out each morning, how do I want to feel today? And then this maybe a daily affirmation or something different, since I'm not going to do the midday check-in. And then I'm going to do the end of day check-in. Now, one of my biggest tips for making self-care journaling a habit, because that's what you really need to know when it comes to this video, is it's easy to set it up. It's easy to date it. We've already talked about where you can put it in your planner to make sure you're actually using it. I would give you 3 suggestions. 1, put the planner somewhere where you see it on a daily basis, whether that's your desk, somewhere in your kitchen, your side table, somewhere where you see it every single day so that you remember to write in it. 2, I would set a reminder in your phone. Put an alarm in your phone. Just because we use paper planners doesn't mean we hate technology. Put an alarm on your phone so that you remember and are reminded to fill in your planner. Maybe you have a reminder in the morning to do this question, and maybe you have a reminder at the end of the day to do this question. And honestly, the beginning of the day is just a great time to remind you to touch all of your planners. So you put that planner reminder in the morning, you touch your catch-all planner, you touch your self-care planner, you touch whatever other planners you need, and then you put a reminder at night to come and touch the planners that you need as well. Honestly, that's a good tip for whatever planner you're using. And then my 3rd tip would be to really just make this planner work for you. whether it's filling it in exactly how I have it set up or changing some of the boxes to answer questions that relate to you and your self-care. The great thing about stickers and the great thing about these planners is you can really cover up things to make them work for you and what you need in a self-care planner. So I really, really suggest you do that as well. I hope these tips encourage you to use your self-care planner to really focus on self-care and things that make you happy and things that relieve the stress in your life, because you've got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. I hope these tips help, and come back tomorrow for another planner focus.